Tricia Ray, and this is the Tricia Ray Show. Today we've got DJ Lee with us. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you, our first guest for the Tricia Ray Show, which is just basically inspiring others and others to meet people such as yourself who are young local entrepreneurs in our city who are doing awesome things.
Well,
so
thanks for having me.
really happy to have you on the show. So you're 28 years old.
Yes.
Yeah. You've started your own business, Lee Vietnam.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
In the city, and you've just opened your second shop.
We have expanded into a second location. Yes, just very recently as well.
Yeah. And how long has your first shop been going for?
It has been going for about 17 months now.
So Lee Vietnam's a small cafe.
Small little cafe. Yes.
Yeah.
We specialise in the Bánh Mì, the famous Vietnamese French baguettes. And we've been doing very well. And
tell us a little bit about those baguettes.
So it's pretty much back in the days, the French colonised Vietnam for about 100 years. So there's a lot of influence in a lot of cuisines. And Bánh Mì being the one of the main things is it's basically a baguette filled in with your Vietnamese flavours and it's French influence. So it's got the French pate, it's got the eggy butter mayo, the baguette itself, and then Vietnamese people put their own little flavourings into it. It became a very popular street food in Vietnam, and now it's starting to evolve in Perth as well as around Australia.
Yeah, I've been up there a few times. At lunchtime, you're flat out.
We get flat out. We get lines going outside the door just waiting to get in, and it's just getting crazy and crazy.
And your coffee's great too. I've had some of your coffee, which is awesome. So I'll have to come up and try one of your baguettes and see what they're like. So tell us, what were you doing before Lee Vietnam?
So after high school, I pretty much went into uni, studied, graduated in the marketing and online marketing field, went into a 9-to-5 job and didn't enjoy it. So during uni, I pretty much worked in the cafe. So
was this 9 to 5 in your marketing?
9 to 5 of the marketing, yeah.
Okay,
so I had a proper suit and tie job, worked in the CBD, and I didn't really enjoy what I was doing. Like after about a year, it became like, you would struggle to get out of bed. So I decided to...
Which a lot of people do.
Yes, of course. If they're not enjoying work, or it's going to be a struggle every day. So I decided that I need to find a job where I enjoy waking up, and that's how it's going to make my life happier. So I remember working at a cafe, and when you're during the busy rush, time flies, and the next thing you know, it's almost home time. So I decided to get back into the cafe life, and I did a bit of research, wanted to...
So you did cafes before?
Yeah, I worked in cafe during the uni.
Is that in Perth? Oh, during uni? Okay,
during uni
so while you were studying?
Yeah. And,
but you didn't realise back then that you
exactly,
really enjoyed something? Okay.
But then when I look back at what I did during uni, I really enjoyed it. And next thing you know, I decided to do a bit of research and pretty much took the risk and went into cafe life. And ever since they opened till now, I've never ever struggled to get out of bed.
And I think that's an important thing to remember. It is a risk when you're going to start a small business or you have an idea.
Of course.
And I think for anybody who's wanting to start, whether young or old, you might have been in a job for a long time and there's that bit in you that's just not satisfied, which I guess is what you're talking about.
That's right.
But was it costly to set up what you're doing? Because I think that is a worry, because people think, well, I've got to leave this job. How am I going to support what I'm doing? It's a risk, whether it's going to work or not. Like, were those sort of factors in you that you were worried about when you started? Because I'm sure people watching this, that would be some of their concerns.
Yeah, there were a lot of factors. Like, I knew that it was either jump into it and you don't know what's going to happen. You're either going to fail or you're going to succeed. But if you fail, then it's your choice to stand back up and try it all again and perfect your mistakes. Yeah. And that's pretty much, I went all in with without looking back, and just hopefully that it worked. And
I think it's a really important thing to remember, that you may succeed or you may fail. That's just life. Yeah. But if you never give it that go and you never just launch in and say, okay, I'm going to give it my all, you're never going to know, because then you would be stuck in your other marketing business, very unhappy every day, which you said you couldn't get out of bed, but at least you got out of bed to do what you were dreaming about,
Exactly.
which I think is really important.
Yeah.
So what would be so as a young child, did you grow up in Perth or did you?
I was born and raised in Perth.
Okay.
And I've
So
travelled.
what did your parents expect from you?
They expected, like, as an Asian parent, they kind of expect you to go to uni, to have your certificate and work in a 9-to-5 job and be all settled and everything like that. And that is your life, But then I kind of stood out of that box, and I decided to do my own thing because I wanted to have a happy life. I didn't want to go to work in the CBD and then kind of be a struggle out of bed, and you kind of live in a miserable life. It's very unhappy, so I didn't want that.
So what's tips for entrepreneurs? So you've got this idea for a business, you're jumping out of the box, launching into it, you don't know if you're going to succeed or fail.
Yep.
What's some tips to help others who are wanting to step out and maybe follow what is they're really desiring in their heart? Because there's all your marketing, your business side of things, which you've already got those skills.
Yeah.
So there may be some out there that don't have those skills. So what are their chances of making? So maybe give us some tips for others out there.
So I'd say either to just do it, because if you don't do it, you're going to stay in that same position. Looking back, what if you did it? But it's better to do it and know that you've done it. Whether you fail or not, even if you fail, at least you've learnt your mistake, and then do it again and perfect that mistake so that you overcome it. And it's just...
you've got your marketing background, so think of someone who doesn't have that marketing background. So what would be your tip to them?
My tip to them is also learn the social media, learn what's going around, learn what people are wanting to read, wanting to see. Believe it or not, even though I graduated in the marketing field at uni, I don't feel that anything in that uni helped me with what I'm doing now.
I think it's like putting into practice what you've learned,
exactly,
really.
Yeah.
And I guess it's one of the things that I do is I'll look up other entrepreneurs at what made them successful, and what things they did that failed them, and then what they had to learn to. So I think it's also making yourself informative of what other people have done as well. Do you think?
Exactly, and just follow what they do. And you might upload something that may not be attractive or may not be catching a lot of views, but then that, okay, this isn't going to catch a lot of views, maybe I'll try another way. And then you might upload about 10 different things, and then out of that 10 different things, 1 or 2 might stick out and go, hey, this one works, I'll continue that strategy.
So it's being willing to stop something if it's not working.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and trying something new pretty quickly. Because I think some of the mistakes that we can make is continuing to do the same thing when it's not really working. Yeah. So it's quickly going back to the drawing board and going, okay, that's not working. So what else have I got there that I can put in, or what other advice can I seek from some mentors on other business owners that's helped them to be successful, which would then in turn help you to revise what you're doing, maybe.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty exciting stuff. So for all you people out there or entrepreneurs that are wanting to start your dream now, whether it's later in your years or whether it's just you're 19 or 20 and you think, I've got this idea, I want to get it happening, one of the best things, like Lee said, is get going, just get it down. One of my tips is write down your dream on your paper, work out what it is you want to do, meet with other business people so you can hear what it is they did to get them going. Look at the mistakes they made, look at what made them make it. Like Lee said, really look at your social media and marketing. Yes, if you've been to uni, that's a bonus. You can put that what you've learned into practice. But if you haven't had that, go talk to somebody who has had that experience. It is hard yards to start off with. It is believing in what you feel you could do. It's good that you've had some backup and some family support with that. It is a good idea to have a couple of people who do kind of believe in what it is that you're doing, because it does give you that bit of umption to keep going, sort of thing. And if you're feeling down about your idea, just go present it to someone else again and see what they have to say. So it kind of encourages, look, some people are going to believe in you, some people aren't.
That's it.
That's life. But I think, like you said, just give it a go. Then if it fails, you give it a go again. Otherwise, you can go back to doing what you were doing, or you might try something completely new.
Exactly.
Awesome stuff. So thanks for joining us on the show today. Really happy to have you and to have met you. I think it's fantastic what you're doing. I think you're an inspiration to many other young people out there, or anyone else wanting to start a small business. It is hard work, but it is worth it.
Yes, definitely.
So if you want to try some of these amazing French-Vietnamese baguettes or try good coffee, pop down. They're on Barrack Street there. And I'm sure, hopefully we'll see in the near future, you might be DJing with a baguette at the same time.
Sounds good. Looking
Could look
forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tricia.
Okay.